Hello everyone, welcome back to the Midgard Musings channel. Thanks so much for tuning in today and watching this special video. Normally what you see here is stuff to do with Norse paganism, Germanic heathenry, that sort of thing. And the podcast that used to come on this channel all the time, that's now over there on Patreon, is about all things Germanic heathenry related. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I have some products to review for all of you. If you guys like coffee or tea or any other sorts of hot beverages and some other neat little things that come along with it, you know, social type things, whether you're just chatting, sitting down, doing a psychic reading perhaps. Yes, that's right, I said psychic readings. Indigo Psychics, Coffe, and Clarity have been kind enough to supply me with two of their coffee flavors that are Norse themed, Norse gods and goddesses themed. Now, Indigo, Psychics, Coffe, and Clarity, like I said, do offer all types of things, coffee and tea related. They have some artisan teas. They have coffees that range from light roast, medium roast, dark roast, espresso. I said espresso. Espresso. Flavored coffees, you know, and they do psychic readings too. So part of their uniqueness is that not only are they a coffee shop or coffee provider, but they do other things to kind of satiate your spiritual thirst, perhaps through the means of psychic readings and whatnot. So you can find them at the link down in the description if after this review you decide you want to check stuff out for yourself. But as I mentioned, they reached out to me and wanted me to, or asked me if I would review for them two of their coffee flavors that are themed after Norse deities. So the first one here that I'm going to show you is actually, at the time of putting this video out, it is Thursday, or Thor's Day. And I am going to be reviewing Thor's Thunder Brew, which is an espresso blend. And this is the packaging. Comes in 12-ounce bags. You can, on their website, you can choose whether you want it, you know, whole beans, or if you wanted a, you know, lightly ground, coarse ground, that sort of thing, standard ground, what have you. All of that stuff is going to be down there when you go down in the description and click on that link to their website. But they are in nice bags. If you can kind of tell up here at the top, they are aerated there so they can breathe. And let me tell you, when these bags of coffee arrived in the mail the other day, everything around it smelled like coffee. It permeated through the shipping packaging and stuff, right? So that's the one flavor that they sent, which I'm very excited about. This one. This is supposed to be a maximum caffeine. I think it's categorized on their website as an espresso, so it's high octane stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that because I love a good strong cup of coffee. And then the other one here is a French vanilla roast, and it's called Freya's French Vanilla. So this is supposed to be on the milder side, as I understand it. And just like, you know, I was saying how strong Thor's Thunder Brew is, comes through very bold. This one has a bit more of a mellow aroma, and you can pick up on the French vanilla. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brew one at a time and review each one of them with you here today. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the mellow end with Freya's French Vanilla and work my way up to Thor's Thunder Brew. So let's go over here and brew us some coffee. All right, folks. So we're over here at the little coffee maker station. This is mostly my wife's stuff, but as you can see, I got my Warriors of Mandalore cup here ready to rock and roll. Got my little K-cup sort of shaped thing for my coffee grounds, and here is what it looks like. You can get some of the light to go in there. It does look like a pretty mellow, kind of light brown roast color. Turn on your smell-o-vision. Take a deep breath in. Take a big whiff of that French vanilla. So what I'm going to try to do, which I've never done before, real quick here, is let's see how well this goes out. I'm going to just get me, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I do not want this to fall over. Help me out here, buddy. Come on. Come on, Freya. You guys are seeing this. I've never done one of these before, so I've got to film and fill my K-cup at the same time. Just going to fill this up. I like a bit of a, like I said, a bold cup. So I'm going to do, these are hefty tablespoons, like it's about a tablespoon. Normally if I was to do like, 12 ounces or more, I would go up to like, about, let's see, to about this line right down here. So this is a little bit more than halfway up, but I'm only going to do like 4 ounces. I want a good strong flavor of this. There's another good view of those delicious French vanilla coffee grinds. So let's go ahead and pop this in here. Actually, we're going to do 6 ounces because that's the lowest one. So we're going to do 6 ounces. Let this sucker go and let you know when it's done and see what it's like. Ooh. Oh, it smells great. And I like that color. Heck yeah. Alright, let's let it finish doing its thing and come back to taste it here when it's done. Alright folks, so here we are back with a freshly brewed 6 ounces of Freya's French vanilla. I did not add anything to it. I can't really tilt the cup. There you go, you can kind of see. I drink my coffee black. 99.9999% of the time. And usually what I'll do is if it's just like a regular dark roast, I'll brew it with some cinnamon or something to give it flavor, but I don't add milk or sweeteners or any other sort of like flavored, creamers or anything like that on a normal basis. I want this to be a pure review of the coffee as it is without anything added to it. So right off of the rip, smelling it, it's very mild on the nose, very earthy. And there's a touch of sweetness. I guess that's the French vanilla. But let's go ahead and taste this. Again, this is from Indigo, Psychics Coffee and Clarity. So thank you guys for sending me this and Thor's Thunder Brew, which will be coming up here in just a moment. Let's go ahead and give this a whirl. That's not bad at all. It's kind of one of those that, like, the French vanilla flavor, to me at least, is not like sucker punching you right in the face. It's very subtle, and it's more after you take a couple of sips, Kind of getting your palate used to that. But I think this is a medium roast, so even though I brewed it a bit on the darker side, with the grounds to water ratio, it's still not, it's still not strong because it's a medium roast. I like that. I think if you like French vanilla and you're the type of person who really likes to enhance the flavors of flavored coffees, if you like to, I think a little bit of milk, maybe a little bit of some honey, or even a flavored creamer. I wouldn't kill it too much with all of that stuff. Like I know some people who will just like dump half a jug of their sweetener into the coffee, and it's like how do you even taste the coffee at that point? I think this has a really nice, mellow. I guess I don't know if this is like classified as like a breakfast blend, but again, it's something kind of mild, nothing too crazy. This isn't gonna like, kick you in the balls sort of deal to get you going, but this is just a nice sort of gradual, enjoy your leisurely cup of coffee kind of flavor. Yeah, I mean, I would drink this any day of the week. Some of these flavored coffees out here, I think they taste too fake. This tastes pretty, again, very, very earthy, just the right amount of bitterness. I mean, it's black coffee, so I mean, if anybody drinks black coffee and tells you it's not bitter, I think they're probably lying to you. But it is. It's a nice mellow one. So good job, Indigo. Thank you so much for this one. Let's go ahead and pour us a cup of Thor's Thunder Brew and see what that can do for us. All right, guys. So we're back like I never left. Got a freshly opened bag of Thor's Thunder Brew. Cleaned out the K-Cup filter. Cleaned out the Mandalorian mug. And we are ready to rock and roll with about 6 ounces of Thor's Thunder Brew. I was expecting a darker looking roast. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get the lighting, but the lighting's not going to really do me any justice here because it is a narrow bag, but maybe there you go. Looks just like the last one. I don't know why, but I was expecting almost a black color. Not upset or anything, I'm just saying what I kind of thought. Now, take a deep whiff of that. You'll notice there's not as subtle of tones of vanilla or anything. That is straight up espresso, boy. Yeah. That smells high octane. So let's sit his butt right there. Open up the mouth of this thing and get ready to receive my spoon. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and knock out a few. We'll do 1, 2. What do we look like there? Oh, we need another one of those. This is Thor's Thunder Brew, and it's Thursday. Oh, that's a heapy. That's a heaping one. Look at that. Woo! Okay. If we weren't awake before, we're going to be awake now. That is almost a full 12 ounces. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and just boom. 6 ounces. And wait for this sucker to pour and see what we can get into with this one. Be right back. All right, folks. So real quick before I get into the Thor's Thunder Brew review, I just want to show you. First of all, love you, Michael Scott, world's best boss, absolutely. This cup here has the remainder of Freya's French vanilla, and this cup is Thor's Thunder Brew. And I just wanted to do a side-by-side comparison under the similar lighting for you to see. You know, both cups on the inside are white. I'm going to move this cup over here in just a minute so you can see, but this definitely appears lighter to me. Oh, yeah. Now, I know I probably added a bit more coffee to this one than I did to this one, but I think the espresso definitely is a darker looking roast, even though the beans themselves, when they were in the bag, didn't look darker. But we'll see. Let's go ahead and bring this on up and see what it tastes like. All right, here we are again. The Warriors of Mandalore testing out, taking Thor's Thunder Brew for a test drive. Much different aroma. This is the kind of aroma that'll singe your nose hairs if you're not careful. It's just a much bolder, much richer, much deeper. I mean, it smells like high octane fuel, boy. You know, like I was saying before, how Freya's French vanilla is mild. It's like a gentle, waking you up kind of with a little bit of birds chirping and a little bit of, wind chimes blowing. This right here is like yellow horn. It's like a horn in your ear. It's like, wake up, it's time to go. Oh, I think I'm going to like this one. But here we go, guys. Cheers. Thank you again, Indigo Psychics, Coffee and Clarity, for this Thor's Thunder Brew and Freya's French Vanilla. Let's check it out. Hmm. Yeah, it's like almost chocolatey on the front end, but not like Hershey's chocolate. It's like dark. It's like baker's chocolate, like that cacao kind of thing going on. You know, very, 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 very deep kind of flavor. I don't want to say it's like thick, you know, but like, because it's not like syrup. It's full bodied. Oh man, you know what this actually reminds me of? This reminds me of a coffee, and I don't remember the kind of coffee that it was. This reminds me, flavor-wise, of the type of coffee that I grew up drinking when I was working on a farm back in New York. And I was like, when I first started drinking coffee as a youngster, it was my mom drank it light and sweet, and so that's what I did. That's, you know, she's the one that introduced me to coffee. When I started working on this farm, they didn't drink anything in their coffee. It was black, and it was like, you know, for every 1 ounce of water, it was like 6 scoops of coffee. They made a very, very bold cup of coffee. This is what that reminds me of. This is what that coffee from the farm, this is what this reminds me of here. And you know, like, it is bitter. I was going to say, you know, like, coffee is bitter if you're not adding anything to it. There's a bitterness to it. But it's not unpleasant to me. Like, I've had some coffees that are so bitter, it's almost sour. You know what I mean? The bitterness is, it hits you right up front. You kind of pick it up through your nasal passages when you're sipping on, or when you're sniffing on it, I should say. Kind of getting that cocoa, chocolatey kind of thing going on. And then it's like kicks your taste buds right in the taint, if that's a thing. I like it. I think if you like bold coffee, if you like a strong cup of coffee, for comparison, when I say like bold, strong cups of coffee, I'm not talking like, you know, Folgers dark roast or whatever it's called, black silk, which is like my go-to staple every day kind of make at home coffee. This is like Death Wish coffee. If you like a strong coffee, this is not as, I don't think, at least, I mean, it's been a while since I've had, you know, like the Death Wish stuff. But in comparison, like the strongest coffee that I've ever had, this is not as crazy as that. And I've also had some really strong, like Turkish and Vietnamese coffees. That's a totally different thing. It's a different flavor profile with the chicory, etc., etc. This is very simple. It's not very complex with the flavors, at least not to me. I like coffee just for the flavor. I don't really get into I'm not a connoisseur of coffee, but in terms of what I like, this is right up my alley. Both of them really are, but I could see Thor's Thunder Brew being more of my day-to-day style of drinking than Freya's French Vanilla. Freya's French Vanilla might be just like maybe on the weekends, you know, you wake up around 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, you know, and you just, you know, you're not quite ready to seize the day, but you don't really need to be anywhere quite, you know, you don't need to be there yesterday. You're just kind of waking up. It's casual. You have a cup of Freya's French Vanilla, and next thing you know, you're ready to take on the day. Now, Thor's Thunder Brew is, you know, you woke up because you woke up late, your alarm didn't go off, and now you gotta, you know, hustle to get out the door before you miss your, you know, your work schedule or whatever the case may be. This stuff will get you going, and taste good in the process. You know, even if you did want to add some milk or half and half, you know, I think with coffee like that, when it's that strong, when it's that bold, you start throwing in too many flavors, creamers. I think maybe with this one, like if you like nutty flavors like hazelnut or something, I think a hazelnut creamer might go good with this. Or just something light if you need to kind of mellow it out a little bit. But yeah, I am pleasantly, I wouldn't say surprised. I mean, I went into this without any expectations, didn't know what to expect. So I'm very pleased. You can again go down into the description below and peruse all their stuff. You know, they got more than just this. These are just their 2, you know, Norse themed coffees, and you can choose, you know, how much, you know, you want them ground, whether you want it whole beans, if you want to grind it yourself, standard ground, coarse ground. I believe these are just the regular standard ground because I don't have a grinder and I don't mess around with all that type of stuff. But yeah, good strong flavor, really nice kind of almost chocolatey aroma on the nose and even on the palate. Very mellow, but still full-bodied. It's not, when I say mellow, I don't mean weak. It is a good cup of coffee for it being kind of on the medium end of the spectrum. But yeah, Indigo Psychics coffee. Link in the description below. Almost knocked that over. That would have been bad. But thank you, Indigo Psychics Coffee and Clarity, for reaching out to me and asking me to do this review. Yeah, so they do more stuff too, guys. It's all down there in the link down below. So do be sure to check them out. Holidays are coming up, so I know they also offer like payment plans, so if you want to get a bunch of stuff and just kind of pay off as you go, you can get a few things for your family and friends for the holidays, and not break the bank in the process. So check them out down below. Let them know what you think in the comments. Since they're on social media, so all their stuff is going to be down there as well. I'm just trying to make sure I check all the boxes here. I believe they're on Facebook and Instagram. So give their socials a follow and get something for yourself or your loved ones this year. It's supposed to be cold. Well, it's winter. Of course, it's always supposed to be cold, but we're supposed to be getting a pretty decent, cold winter this year. So stock up on your coffee from Indigo Psychics Coffee. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you again, Indigo Psychics, for sending me these products. I thoroughly enjoyed them. So yeah, you guys, thanks so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, do all that stuff that I asked you to do here, and follow me on the podcast. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.